for the meditation part, but this is based on the Kundalini practices. So it's movement practices, so we move and bring energy to certain areas, and it's working with the chakra system, so working up the spine, and you'll feel a warmth and an awakening in those areas. It's quite tangible. So an active moving meditation can be a great entry into meditation itself. Sometimes just sitting can be a little daunting. So the start is at the base and closing the eyes and just becoming still, being aware of your stable base, that the hips are steady and even heavy on the earth, that the legs are splayed out at an angle that feels right and is supported like a pedestal table, that the legs offer the stability so that the spine can rise up and find a natural elegance, a regal extension. And let's start to notice the belly breath here. And allowing your breath to have this natural ebb and flow as you feel a steady, stable base. Bless. And even becoming heavier. So imagine that there's a blanket, a heavy blanket over the legs, and that the legs are actually sinking down towards the earth. This steadiness, stability. And for a moment, let's tip the spine to one side and then to the other side. And going back and forth or side to side a few times, and then coming into center. So you could close the eyes now or close them later, but it is helpful to have the eyes closed in order to go inside. So now, not just the base, but be aware of this central channel of the spine rising up, and that it is centered and balanced. And coming into the Sufi circles now. So you can do this on the cushion with the hands, palms facing down onto the knees. Just start to circle the spine around. It is actually easier to come off your support, come off your cushion, and circling around in this way. So in the Kundalini practice, they do it much quicker with the breath of fire, and you are more than welcome to do that. But as a morning wake-up routine, it's quite nice to do it slowly. And not only are you aware of the movement within the hips, the circling action of the pelvis, the thigh joint, but also aware of the shoulders. And you can, as one shoulder comes forward, it can go to the opposite knee, and then you switch, and bringing in a little bit of shoulder movement as well, just waking up the body. And you rock back, cupping the hands over the knees to rock back. And then come into stillness. And just drop into the feeling sense of the pelvis. We've just been moving in that area and feel a heat, an awakening energy coming into this area. So wherever awareness goes, energy flows. This is awakening our second chakra, our creative center. Awakening it with our watery movements. Let's circle back the other way. So hopefully you know which direction you were going. And again, just this focus within the pelvis, focus on the movement within the hip joint itself. That's the main movement, and trying to get as much movement there as possible. So you can get more movement by rocking back further. As you move back, the hands come over the knees and rocking back. And as you come forward, the hands press down on the knees without causing any knee pain. Then secondary to that, the shoulders can kind of shimmy, a gentle wake-up shimmy. And even the head and neck can come into the movement, so it's a unified, integrated experience. But most of your awareness is centered in the pelvis. And then coming on up to sit. And again, feeling the afterglow of this warmth, this heat here in the pelvis. Moving up now into the solar plexus, that we're just going to move forward and back. So it's best here to cup the hand over the front of the shin and then starting to move the chest forward and back. So this one is definitely best off your cushion so that you can get this rocking in the pelvis. But you want to focus your attention in the solar plexus, right at the bottom of the rib cage there, the diaphragm area, and that it's just moving forward and back, forward and back. You inhale forward and exhale to rock back. So imagine it, the solar plexus on a rail, just moving forward and back, forward and back. You can use the arms to get a little more movement there. So our third chakra is Manipura, is the center of our will, our determination, our focus. The fire in the belly. Again, in Kundalini yoga, they do this much quicker with the breath of fire. And you're welcome to do that if you know it. But again, as a gentle wake-up movement, it's nice to take it slower. So as you rock forward, draw the arms back and chest forward, like a back bend. And just a few more rounds of this. And then with as little disturbance as possible, just bring your support back in. And once again, feel the warmth, the afterglow, that heat. You can actually feel that fire in the belly, that awakening of your Manipura. Imagine those flames in your solar plexus, either gentle or burning bright, whatever it is that you need, whatever tonic you need in this moment. But those flames licking up and warming and melting the heart space, anahata in the middle of the chest. So to awaken the heart energy, let's take the thumbs and touch the thumbs to the back of the shoulders and the fingers come to the front of the shoulders. And we'll just take this circular movement. So elbows come forward and in and then circling around. And as you do this, the upper spine also responds and moves as well. So fold in and then look up and arch back. It's well known that the arms are an extension of the heart. So awakening up the shoulders, the arms, so that they may do their service from that compassionate heart space. That your actions through the day come from this place. And circling back the other way, so really taking that arch back to open the heart, crack open the heart like it's a coconut that's been cracked open, and that sweet nectar, that sweet coconut milk actually spills down the arms, bringing with it all the heart qualities, that of joy, of compassion, of connection, unconditional love. Kindness. One last round. And you can then release the arms down and again find stillness, but find that awakening of warmth, of energy. And then give it some feeling. Make it meaningful to you. Maybe repeat a quality like a mantra into the sensation. Kindness, joy, love. And from the tips of the fingers all the way into the center of the chest, the source, anahata. You could imagine a green light from the center of the chest, extending out and down the arms, even up to the base of the neck and down to the bottom of the ribs. You may even like to face the palms up here, a gesture of giving. And then taking the palms to face down, moving up into the throat, which is the bridge between the head and the heart. So drop the left ear to the left shoulder and then chin into the chest. Right ear, right shoulder, and back up. And then circling back the other way. Right ear, right shoulder, chin to the chest, left ear, left shoulder, and back up. And continuing circling around just these half circles. Just an easy awakening movement, so don't be too overzealous here. As well, make sure that the chest remains lifted up and that the chin is moving to the chest. So the heart, it has this natural buoyancy to it, and you want to maintain its lightness. That there's a bowing down of the head to the heart via this bridge of the throat. In Vishuddhi, the quality is peace, peace. You can welcome even more peacefulness by separating the teeth and softening around the eyes. And slowing the movement way down. For these last few rounds, really go very slowly. And when you're ready, after your final round, then come back into center and pausing there. From your steady, stable base and foundation to that creative, watery center, up to the fire and focus, warming, even melting the heart of kindness, of joy, and up into that warmth of the throat. May it be an open bridge so that the head and the heart can both have their say. Let's awaken the third eye point now with some Nadi Shodhana, so not so much movement, but bring the index finger and middle finger of your dominant hand onto the third eye point. And bring so alternating, you'll close off the nostril with the thumb and the ring and the pinky finger. So just take an inhale through both nostrils. And exhale through the left nostril. Inhale, left nostril. And exhaling through the right. Inhale, right. And exhale, left. Inhale, left. Up to the third eye point. And exhale, right from the third eye point. Inhale, right, directly up to the third eye, moving energy up, and exhaling left, clearing. Inhale, left, bringing that crystal clear clarity into Ajna chakra. Exhaling right, clearing all obstructions to that clarity, to that wisdom. Inhale, right. And exhale, left. And take one more round on your own. Make it as slow as you possibly can. But maintain an evenness. And the round is complete when you exhale out through the left nostril. And you can then release the hands down, perhaps taking Gyan Mudra with the thumb and index finger touching. The evolution of yoga is to move energy up, to resist the downward pull of energy into our base, more primal centers. So let's actively draw the energy up by inhaling up through the central channel from base, through the centers, through the spine, up to the third eye point, and we'll here at the third eye point. So feeling for the vibration at the third eye point. And we're going to do 2 out loud, 2 ohms out loud, 2 as a whisper. And then we'll continue silently, inhaling up, a long inhale up, and then a silent exhale at the third eye point. So 2 out loud, 2 whispered, and then continue in silence. So please join me, inhaling from your base. Slow inhale up the spine, at the third eye. As if there's a set of lips at the third eye. Two whispered. And continue in silence. And at some point, the meditation will drop away and you'll be left in a supreme, sublime silence and stillness. And you can either stay here in meditation for some time, or if you'd like to slowly start to awaken the body and even crack open the eyes a little as you slowly start to unfurl your posture. You could massage the legs or knees if you need to, stretching them out.